So there are a lot of questions which I am having. So Ashish Tiwari has taken a question that, sir, is there any certification course of financial modeling? There are a lot of certification courses in the market out there. So for example, I also have extensive courses on financial modeling, advanced MS Excel. You can check that on my LinkedIn profile. Plus you can search even so there are a host of financial models, but let me tell you, the certificate is not as much as important as it is the skill set. So Ashish, I hope this model, yeah, this will be part of my course which is there on my LinkedIn profile. So if you subscribe to that course, you get lifetime access and you can get this. Tanmay has a question: how do I get into financial modeling as a career? So financial modeling as a career, you could have a primary degree like being a graduate or an MBA finance or a chartered accountant, etc., or a CFA. So the higher your primary degree, the financial modeling, you can actually get into, as we discussed in the PowerPoint, a host of companies ranging from the big four valuation team to investment banking to equity research firms, boutique investment banks, and an SBI caps. So financial modeling, once you have these skill sets, you can approach people on LinkedIn and try to figure out whether they're interested in your skill sets. Maybe you can start off with a KPO out there in Delhi or Gurgaon or Bangalore, and accordingly, you can get this. There's a question on Siddharth Pudar. Please recommend good course on learning financial modeling. While there are a lot of good courses on financial modeling, I also have a course on Udemy, which is the links you'll get on my LinkedIn profile. You can, for example, start there. How can a CA make a career? In a chartered accountant can make a fabulous degree in financial modeling. And I have seen chartered accountants, once they get financial modeling, so it's a very difficult profile to get. So somehow, so you can even get into financial planning analysis profile of corporates, or you can get into this big four, big five valuation team. There are specific valuation teams. So if you go to the website of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, there's a lot of registered valuers out there. So once you have the skill sets, then you can make it very clear that you want to have a career in financial modeling, in credit rating agencies, etc. So then how do, sir, please get this model? Yeah, we'll send you this file. And is bank CMA a kind of financial model? Yes, banking CMA is a kind of financial model, but it is not that comprehensive because it does not build in the sensitivities to the, so it's like a static set of assumptions that we give to the bank for forecasting, but it does not take into consideration like different scenarios that we had just discussed in the last model. Financial modeling jobs in Kolkata for BCom honors graduate. Yes, so in Kolkata you have companies such as NetScribes and Zacks Research and a lot of boutique equity research firms where if you have financial modeling skill sets, you will be required. Like PwC SDC has got a huge practice in valuations. There are more than 100 people there. So their financial modeling are there. This is a question from Abhinanda Pal. Then there's a question of Hardik to everyone. Which are the ways a fresher CA can be considered for this profile? A fresher CA normally may not get financial modeling and valuation unless you have the skill set. So you need to have those skill sets. It's a very high pressure job, by the way. Very rewarding, gives you a lot of visibility in an organization, but to prepare a financial modeling is a task. Because every time, if you would have seen one of the recent articles that also I wrote on LinkedIn, that financial modeling is not everyone's cup of tea because it's a very high pressure job. Within 4 hours, you have to prepare a financial model. There can be so many mistakes. And once you make mistakes, bosses just left, right, and center, they kind of put you. So then there's a question, Redmi is the name. So how can RBI infusing liquidity affect us? So if RBI infuses liquidity, we will be able to overcome the financial crisis to an extent, because then an entrepreneur can think about taking further loans and restarting business. What is the growth rate in my model? So it has different scenarios, base case as well as pessimistic case. So Piyush, I will have to accordingly moderate the growth rates based on the scenario that I do. And all of those assumptions will always be kept in the first sheet, the input sheet, and you don't touch those sheets later. Rahul Jain, how can the parameters be found, like rates? So there are two kind of parameters, Rahul. One is the external parameters. So for example, how the diesel prices are going to change in India. So for that, you get like crude oil forecast for the next 5 years from, let's say, a JP Morgan or a Goldman Sachs report. And then you can find the landed cost of crude in India. There's something called export price parity, and then you can model the price of diesel in India. Again, that's a parameter which you have to just forecast. There is no one who can certainly say that in 2024 crude oil prices will be this, or the exchange rate for rupee dollar will be like this. So these are very important inputs for the financial model, because everything will change on that. So for example, if it's a Zomato, the parameter will be the penetration assumption, that how much percentage of Indians will have access to internet and how many of them will download a smartphone app and order food online. It's an assumption. So that can go right, wrong. So in a financial model, you take care of all of those assumptions and try to figure out whether they can be done. How can a CA get to it from SP? Yes, CA is definitely a chartered accountant. A lot of chartered accountants are into financial modeling. So I myself, in the year 2008, now we are 2020, 12 years, I'm doing only financial modeling across various houses, Tatas, Birlas, ITC. So CS can get into this. It's a difficult profile to get in. You need to demonstrate that yes, you've got very good MS Excel skills, you can understand. So as I quickly took you through the financial models, you would have got some inkling of the fact that it is not so easy, like making payments or doing tedious deductions. You need to comprehensively think about it. So SP, that's the thing. Siddharth Putar says, please recommend course on financial modeling, please. Siddharth, I have a course on financial modeling that's on LinkedIn. You can check on my profile. So it's a 4-hour course. For that, maybe you can also do the advanced MS Excel course, and then you'll have to start preparing and building financial models on your own. So more than doing any course, so if you have like the SBI Caps IPO coming or SBI Cards IPO coming, take up that financials of SBI Cards and put it in your financial model and try to value SBI Cards and say, okay, this is the target price of SBI Card. So one of the important reasons why people use financial model is to forecast the price of a share, equity share. So once you start practicing, so for example, you take the financial performance of Tata Steel, and now with COVID happening, you say that okay, if volumes of Tata Steel go down by 25%, what will be the forecasted profit and loss and balance sheet? That is more important. So once you do any course, you will get the basic structure in place, how to prepare the PL, balance sheet and cash flow, and how do you do these sensitivities and all. And then you can further build on this and prepare the financial models. Karan says, sir, I don't want to continue CA. So what is the scope of it, as I have cleared IPCC both groups? So Karan, there are a lot of people who are CA intern once they have got a good skill set in financial modeling. So there are Big Four, the shared service of Big Four, boutique investment advisors, credit rating agencies, KPOs like Moody's and eValueServe and Copalamba and CRISIL, who want CA inter also. So please don't lose hope. There are a lot of opportunities for CA inter who have done financial modeling, and they can get a decent. So I will not say that you'll get like a hunky-dory kind of a job. Initially, you might get a 4.5 lakh per annum or a 3.5 lakh per annum kind of a job basis CA inter. But once you demonstrate in that organization that you are good, people will do it. So then we have a question that Mihir Jha, opportunity for a CA, I have covered this. Avindita, financial modeling jobs for Kolkata, we've covered this. Nikita Gupta says, can an ICAW fresher get on this role? Yes, absolutely, Nikita. ICAW, the best advantage is that your command over cost modeling is very good. So you can really forecast the fixed cost and the variable cost much better than any other individual could do. If you have the good financial modeling skill sets in terms of your ability to create that on an Excel. So financial modeling has two parts. One, it is the art of creating that complicated MS Excel spreadsheet. And I can tell you, I'll share you an anecdote. So when I was a fresher, December 2008, the first time I saw a financial model, I got zapped. I told my boss, shift me to corporate accounts. I cannot do this. I don't want to, I cannot do this. But he said, no, since you are good, we want you to do this, because accounting anyone can do, but the management is more concerned with the forecast. So as an ICAW fresher, since your command over costing is very good, so it's not just as simple as just populating fixed and variable cost. You actually have to populate cost from a plant level. For example, if it is steel making, you need to go to the blast furnace level of computation of steel, hot metal, liquid steel, consumption of iron ore, coal, etc. All of that has to be built in. Then Mihir Jha has just written, sir, Siddharth, please allow audio for asking questions, turn by turn or maybe random. Hardik, what are the basic skill sets which are expected to start learning financial model? Not really, you don't need too many skill sets. Some basic skill set on MS Excel, the ability to create multiple sheets and interlink, and then the capabilities like data table analysis, scenario building, sensitivities, etc. And most importantly, you should understand business and your ability to create a P&L, a balance sheet, and a cash flow. That is important. Then Himanshu, sir, please send me this model. Yeah, this will be part of the course which I have. You can, if you can do this. How many parameters you used are found? Rahul, we have just discussed this. Then can it be a freelancing job, says Vidushi Bajaj? Absolutely. So recently I was just, so there, for example, a lot of startups, Vidushi, who are in the process of raising funds from their pitch deck. So they need to prepare financial model to the investors. So that is outsourced to a lot of people. So where can we get financial modeling into industrial training of chartered accountants? So SP, this is if that you are into corporate finance profile, you will get this. Vidushi also has a question that is freelancing financial model good enough? Yes, you get like 20,000 to 50,000 rupees for one financial model. So in a month, if you can get two, you're good enough. From A, is there any scope for those who could not clear CIBCs? Yes, absolutely. If you're even a graduate, you have a good idea of business, P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, and Excel, you can do it. Megha Podar, is it a right time for a BBA graduate to learn financial modeling before going for an MBA? Yes, Megha, absolutely. Because in the course of the MBA, it will be very difficult for you to get the time to learn financial modeling. Once you have the skill sets, straight away in your resume for your summer internship, you can put financial model. Mohit Bansal has a question whether financial model is similar or same as the project report CS prepare in office. No, the project report is based on one set of assumptions. Financial model is used for dynamic decision making where it is very volatile. Whether let's say you are an Inox or a PVR and you have no freaking idea that what is going to happen for till March, whether people are going to cinema halls or not. Now with those various scenarios, you can do this. So someone has asked my LinkedIn profile, so I am just going to share this. This is my LinkedIn profile. You can check this. What are the job opportunities in Pune? Admin says there are a lot of KPOs in Pune as well as Big Four, so that can be there. Her Rishikesh Chavan says, I'm a sports analyst. I'm good at MS Excel. I prepare stats for teams. But I am financial modeling to enter finance world. I am BE. Can I get in a job in finance? Currently 20,000. Yes. If you even if you start with financial modeling, I think 30, 35,000, 40,000 is the kind of job that you have. You should also do CFA accordingly, according to me. Siddharth Chaturvedi says financial modeling versus valuations versus financial planning. So financial planning is mostly done in corporates where they prepare their annual business plan. For financial modeling, for that you require a financial model. And valuations is when let's say you're doing an IPO valuation or you're doing an M&A transaction. So once you forecast the cash flow stream, they are used to value the firm. Then you have a question. Rishikesh answer has been Ashish Tiwari. I have given my LinkedIn profile. Mohit Bansal says whether financial modeling similar or we have also done this. Avindya Paul, does job of fund administrator use financial modeling? No, fund administrator does NAV calculation and hedge fund reconciliation. That will not be required. It helps. So Redmi says, does it help in jobs? Yes, definitely. Mekapoda's question has been answered. Vidushi has been answered. Parsha says, so how do you get into financial modeling field? You need to get that one break path by getting into that course and doing some sort of a course, getting some skill sets, and then going out to people and say, hey, I've got these skill sets. Why don't you test me? So nowadays companies have started taking tests of your financial modeling skill sets also. They will ask you to prepare a financial model in a span of 2 hours. If you can do that, they will take you. Then we have slightly debating, sir. Can you comment how the placement scenario will be for ones who are going for 2-year MBA from tier 2 colleges? So by the time you graduate, things are going to be very good. So after 2008, 2009, 10, when the world revived, people really started getting very good jobs. The problem will happen for people who have graduated this year and maybe trying for placements in November. There the problem will happen. Piyush Asthana, will your book be delivered during lockdown? Once the lockdown starts, ends, yes, the book will be delivered. By that time, you can look at the Kindle version. Mihija says, where do you get your advanced Excel course? Again, it is put on my LinkedIn profile. you can get this. Mihir and SP, this question has been considered. Hardik, does the IM degree get you financial modeling career over CNF? No, I got the financial modeling career as a chartered accountant itself in ITC. In fact, I was an industrial trainee in ITC when I got my first assignment of financial modeling, doing the financial model of a hotel. And then I went to Tata Steel as a fresher and prepared financial model for steel companies. After I was doing the same thing for mining companies, but yes, at a much larger level. Then Siddharth, that question is there. Then maybe some new questions. Sumit Kejriwal, can you, CA Club, can you share the link of the course? So my link of the course is there. I can just put it there if everyone wants it. So I'm just putting it if everyone wants it. Then is financial modeling used in equity research? Yes, definitely. All the share prices are computed to the target which you get, like CLSA target, etc. They are required. Redmi says, does that help in investment banking? All of it happens through financial models only. How do you prepare the financial model? Otherwise, how will you value that? How many $1 billion you need to pay for this company? So, for example, Facebook has invested in WhatsApp. So they have definitely prepared a financial model. Only then they've been able to arrive at the valuation that they gave to this. Can this video be uploaded in your channel? Yes, CA Club India is going to do that. Is financial modeling, Keshav Jajodi has a very good question. Is financial modeling done essentially on Excel or spreadsheet? Yes, primarily Excel. But nowadays there are a lot of advanced models also. You can do Python modeling and R and SAS, and that also can be done. Then Deepankar Mukherjee, CA Inter CS Executive MBS graduate. How to initiate with financial modeling learning? By just doing any course. Maybe you can pick up online any good source. Start preparing those models and then try to get out some companies. Since you have already done CS Executive and CA Inter, there will be a lot of KPOs. For example, PwC, SDC has got a valuations team. They will be happily taking you if you are good enough. Sumit Kumar, is it compulsory for doing SAP course for CA student? No, financial modeling is not compulsory for doing SAP course. SAP will help you do financial accounting. Here you are supposed to do more of financial modeling, which is about the future. Raghuram Rajan says 65,000 crore needed for poor. Can modeling be done for it? Yes, definitely. Because you can model the number of poor, the income deficit that they will have, their basic necessities, etc. And you can do it. Then Deepankar says, any link with data analysis and financial modeling? Yes, Deepankar. So the past data, you do a lot of regression and arrive at those predictive analytics. And that is what you use in the financial model for the future. Faraz, is financial modeling with a big data R? Yes, R can be used. And does Tata Steel Finance even provide good opportunities financial modeling? Yes, they do provide. And we are going to just wrap it up in maybe 2-3 minutes more. So any other question that I have left? Is financial modeling practice good in monetary terms? Yes, SP, because a lot of startups and businesses require financial modeling. Plus, if you become a registered valuer as per the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India also, you need to prepare the financial model, otherwise you will not do that. And I think we have mostly done with the questions. I have covered most of them. In case there is anything else, you can always connect with me on LinkedIn and maybe, yes, just we can do it. And I am sorry, I was not drawing on the screen. It was some participant who wanted to play spoil sport and he started the game. I do not know. Even yes, financial modeling, Piyush, is required for MBO as well as for LBO. That's it. So thank you so much everyone for this course. Industrial training opportunities, yes. I am good at financial modeling, not in financial reporting. It's good, then you should have to do that. And yes, I have a YouTube channel, Vidushi. You can check it out there. Meherja, thank you. Thank you. So it's my pleasure. My YouTube channel, you can just search Google Anurag Singhal. You will have the links populating. It's got 50,000 subscribers. Backend job, do MBBs have for CAs? Yes. A lot of financial modeling work MBBs have, they give it to CA. Any coding language financial, initially I will say do it in Excel, and later maybe you can get into Python and R and SAS, but not really. So thank you all for this session. I really look forward to. And yes, Saptaki Das, yes, you can shift the career midway. Depending, you need to have some godfather who can give you that break. Yes, I will do a session on M&A and investment banking probably later, Siddharth, and we can do it. All right. Thank you so much for being a patient host. Apart from the fact that someone played spoil sport and was doing some craziness on the screen, we were really doing good job. Thank you so much, and I hope you give me a good feedback on this.